All right, we've got 6 o'clock. I'll call to order this Utility Commission meeting for Thursday, January 22nd, 2026. Could we have a roll call, please?
Tome.
Here.
Rule.
Here.
Andler.
Here.
Curtis.
Here.
Sanderson.
Here.
Both Hammer and Finkler are absent and excused.
All right, we have a quorum. This meeting has been noticed in accordance with state statutes and local ordinances. Next item is to approve the agenda.
I will move to approve tonight's agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second to approve the agenda. Any discussion on the motion? If none, all in... That was a typo, yeah. Any discussion on the motion? If none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Agenda is approved. See no one present this evening for public comment, so we'll move on to the consent agenda, which contains the approval of the December 18th, 2025 Utility Commission minutes and the approval of the Utility Department's cash disbursements report and accounts payable report. Are there any questions on the consent agenda items? If not, I'll take a motion to approve.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
I will second.
Motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Any discussion on the motion? If there's no discussion, we'll need to take a roll call on that then, Matt.
Rule.
Aye.
Andler. Curtis.
Aye.
Sanderson. Tome.
Aye. All right, we have no unfinished business this evening. We move on to new business, and there's none. So then we can move on to reports. We have the 2026 utilities, or January 2026 Utilities Department report in our packet. Randall, did you want to make any comments on that?
Yes. Thank you, Commission. I'll jump right into it. And starting with the electrical department, we've had over the past month a good deal of distribution repairs. And there was a public power convention that was attended. And we start out with street light inspections. This is normally routine and standard. However, in this particular day, about 3 weeks ago, it was anything but. And you'll see why. If you look up to the top of that picture, there are high-powered transmission lines overhead. And what did not dawn on us at the time as we went up there is that there is radiant voltage that was being drawn towards that light pole. And so when our operator got up there, our lineman, he did have gloves on, not the exact best gloves, so the bit of a shock did roll up his glove and get his arm. It wasn't harmful, just alarming was the best word for it. But yes, this stray voltage just radiated towards that light, and we know now a better lesson of when we're underneath the heavy transmission lines to be careful, take more caution than normal. But that was one reason I included this. It was just meant to be a typical routine, but now we have learned a better lesson as we are inspecting the lights. We do this on a regular basis, monthly, and then just flag those lights that are out, and then we come back to repair those. And this is Mason up there in the bucket. Fortunately, it was the youngest person there that got the shock. He could endure it better than the rest of us. So, but and then we've had
the lights to malfunction at all, or no?
No, not that we've noticed. Very good question, and we looked at it in the evening too. So, no, I can't say definitively no, but we did not observe any malfunction. So, because of the weather, we do have a number of utility poles that are getting struck. This is on Lewis Street. This happened last week. The Columbus PD notified us. We went up there, and you can see in this picture, there's a tire tread going right in front of the mailbox, right towards the pole. We did find right away the person who hit this. The police department found them. We have not replaced this pole yet. We've replaced a few others, but the integrity has not been compromised. So we're going to leave this pole here, observe it until warmer weather is in place and it's safer to work on that street. But this is about the third pole we've had now that has been struck. Moving to some system repairs. So Columbus has been participating with WPPI Energy in a pilot program utilizing a sophisticated drone to inspect pole tops and overhead infrastructure. And it was during one of these trials that Dalton noticed a cracked cutout in the ceramic.
This is an insulator.
Yes. And so he made the repairs, but it was just very interesting. Right away, we reap dividends from this new technology. And we have a number of other municipalities now that are seeking research that we've performed. I can just show you actually, this is the insulator that was broken. We noticed the crack on it, and then it broke as we took it off. But I'll demonstrate for you. These are the new cutouts. And what is different now is we have the poly fins versus the ceramic ones, which are they're able to endure inclement weather much better. But these are designed to, if you have an overvoltage situation, it will break, and it will break that circuit. And then you'll probably often see, if you ever see the gate swinging down here, you know that the circuit has been broke, and the linemen come with their hot pole and they'll insert it back in there and reconnect that circuit. But I just thought I'd demonstrate, these are the things that we hope to take a lot more advantage of in order to catch these before there's a fault. And we're really excited about the program. Dalton has taken a big lead on this, and I'll demonstrate what he's doing with some of this technology he's learned. So we did attend a WPPI Public Power Conference, and Dalton was asked to give a presentation on this pilot program to the group, and he did a very excellent job. It was very informative, and a number of municipalities are going to be getting on board with this and following our lead. Also in this same presentation, we had the pleasure of graduating a lineman. Mr. Jake Boness, standing off there in the front of the line of gentlemen, has completed his apprenticeship program, and he has graduated to a fully certified journeyman lineman. It was a very fun evening. Here he is photographed with his wife, and this is the group of linemen. We need a lot more of them in the state of Wisconsin. Infrastructure is in need of repair throughout the entire state, so I hope this number grows. I intend to, in our next commission meeting, bring Jake before the commission and ask that he be recognized for his achievement, and we'll be giving him a plaque for this. So, but it was a good evening. Moving to the water department, we have had a significant water main break on Ludington. We had a SCADA system repair, a minor one, and then we're doing some just routine plant maintenance. The water main break. So about 2 weeks ago, we took to make this repair during the evening. The primary reasons is this is probably the busiest intersection Columbus has, right at Ludington and James. I did not want to disrupt traffic during the peak hours. We did not want to disrupt the businesses in that area during their peak hours. So we did hire an outside contractor who, the big reason there for me is if things were to go wrong, which they very easily can, the outside contractor is going to have the crew, all the materials and the machinery to make this job go quicker, make the repair. So we did perform the repair successfully. It took a while to identify it. We did have to open up the street just in the parking area. Once we got down there, it took a little while, but we did find the break. The break was on a corp valve, and I'll show you a diagram that I've shown you before. But volume, or I mean, what you do not want to lose in the city of Columbus is 250,000 gallons, because that's what our water tower holds. You know, we would never approach that limit. This leak could have been there for years. We don't know. Most of the water was flowing down the water main trench, down the road. Some was diverting to a business nearby.
So
Yes, sir. Well, yes, it's broken at the court valve. You'll see, I'll show you right where the break was. But just to give you an idea of the flow here. I'm sorry?
Is most of it towards the fire station?
I'm sorry.
Towards the intersection?
Most of it was flowing laterally with the road, or longitudinally with the road, I'm sorry.
Right, so towards the fire station or? towards
Yes,
the intersection?
yes, toward the fire station.
Okay.
That's to the east, right? Yes,
West.
west.
Let me get my compass out.
Well, the other thing I know is this guy's built on a crazy angle, so.
Yeah. But once we identified the leak, we shut the water off. Excuse me. And then it came to part of just we had to clean up, descale that pipe. There was a good deal of scaling on it. It was still sound. And then we cleaned it thoroughly, and then we put the Hymax sleeve on it. Excuse me. So you can kind of see, if I had a pointer, I'd show it to you. There's a bit of a hole in the side, and that's where the court valve was. And that's where the leak was. Excuse me. Yeah, there's the hole there.
And that was causing the water, you played the video out
Yes. Well,
with the sound?
there was a valve in there,
Okay.
and the valve had been jarred some, and we believe some corrosion took place too. And that's what caused the leak, and probably over a course of a year, the leak expanded a bit. So, and you'll see in just this typical diagram where the court valve sits in the system. It's normally right off of the water main. Now we have a saddle that we attach to the water main and insert the court valve in that, so it's about an inch off of the water main.
Randy, is there some thought to the validity of the sewer main work that was done in that some of this water might have been infiltrating the sewer main, and by lining the sewer main, it exacerbated and was one of the reasons we actually were able to identify the leak? Is that true, or is that just conjecture?
That is highly probable. Most likely, that's exactly what has been happening. That is why this leak was not found when the DOT did do work on Ludington. They very well could have disturbed that joint, but the water was flowing into, the lowest point, and your sewer line is normally the lowest utility you have. So when we did line these, the water no longer had a place to go, so portions of it were going up the water trench, and other portions were flaring off into some laterals. So
What type of pipe was that was leaking? Was it steel or ductile?
cast iron,
Cast iron, okay.
yes,
Was it identified because it was coming into that business?
yes,
Okay.
yes. The lateral pipe was copper,
Okay.
by the way. I'm sorry. So yes, that's the Hymax sleeve there. That's a product we use extensively now. Everybody does. It's stainless steel with a rubber membrane inside of it, and it's just revolutionized repairs.
So is there a new valve then too, or
No, negative.
it's not necessary?
No. This business is serviced by another lateral or sewer water service. They are requesting an additional water service. We'll discuss that with the business. I just don't know yet what. If they're entitled to one and it's not there, then yes, we'll install one down the road. But yeah. Moving on, this is water plant number 2. I do not like to show many pictures of our SCADA system. This is sensitive information to have. SCADA systems can be hacked by nefarious people who want to do harm. So I try and protect that information. But I did show just some broad pictures here. This is one of our SCADA systems, and it is being repaired. This plays a key role in identifying for us when there's a problem in the system, if we're hitting lower or high warning limits, if pump is not working, it informs us, and often we can remotely fix it. In this case, we did have to bring in a consultant who did some programming for us. And this was a very quick half a day. Here we're at plant number 1. We had to install a new air compressor. Last year, you had a number of air valves that were installed, and to make sure that there's no disruption in maintaining the required 70 psi of pressure, the old failing compressor was replaced. I just wanted to give the commission an idea of just daily routine tasks we're performing. Moving on to the wastewater department. You might recognize this plan view of our treatment plant. And there's a couple of things maintenance-wise we've had to do in the past 4 weeks. You'll notice the water, the influent comes into the raw sewage building. That's where you get your initial screed bar. It gets out the larger materials, and then it moves to the solid handling building. They remove some grit there, but this is where we separate the solids, and then the liquids move on to the aeration tanks, and then to the clarifiers. In the solid handling building, we had some issues with our belt press. I just wanted to show the commission this. This big piece of machinery is the belt press. It's essential that when we have separated the solids, we need to be able to handle them and process them. So this squeezes the moisture out, but then we need to coagulate the material. So we add a polymer that kind of creates a gel, and it allows us to not only de-water the material, but make it in a way that we can handle it and process it and move it on down the system. It's a very important piece of machinery to our operation, to any operation. So it's important that we're always working on this and always maintaining it. You need to be, Peter up there has to be part chemist when he's working with the polymers. But yes, we were doing belt press this day, and you can see the material passes through the top, and here the polymer has been applied and it's gelling up while it has lost water. And then it drops down to the first floor where a truck is waiting, and then we haul it over to the barn. It does some additional drying. But these are always the important days when we're working the belt press. We are coming up in spring when we'll start spreading this material, so we're starting our lab work for the DNR now. And they'll do some inspections too, just on how operations work. Moving back, now we're going to move on from the solid handling building. We go to the aeration tanks. And from there, in the aerobic and anaerobic tanks, the fluids move on to the clarifiers. So sitting outside of the clarifier is a splitter box, and this splits the water evenly in half to each clarifier. If we ever have a clarifier down, we can shut down one half of the splitter box and send all the water to one side. The splitter box also has a screening bar. It's the last one we have, and it's important then because some things do get through the system. And when we get into this really cold weather, these are the times when you have to stay on top of your maintenance and your inspections, because if they break down, the problems are compounded by the cold weather and the ice, just by trying to work outside manually on this. So we try and be very diligent with our inspections, and we did find some problems with our screed bar. This is an old screed bar. There's 2 of them. You can see the slot where this one was sitting. That's one half of the splitter box. And you can see it's corroding. So we replace those. One essential function, it's not the most pleasant experience we just had with this. Some things that get through our initial system are waterfowl, ducks. They will sit in our aeration tanks for some reason, and every once in a while one will get sucked into our system, and this bar catches it, and so it doesn't get into our clarifier. Does not happen often, but it does happen. So that's why it's important we maintain these. And this is the new one. It's aluminum versus the steel one prior, and we should not have any problems with this for years. We'll just pull it out once in a while, clean it, but it should maintain itself just because of the type of alloy it is. Also, in this cold weather, it is essential, and the crew is doing a very good job of inspecting our collection system. This is a lift station out on Hall Road. If it gets cold in there, then this system can fail. So the crew inspects these almost every day in these cold temperatures, making sure there's heat in the building, looking down the well, which they are doing right here. In this particular well, there are plungers in there, just like in the back of your toilet, that when they sink down, it will kick the jets on, the pumps. So we need to inspect this. These things can be affected very easily by extreme cold. So we're always down there making sure everything's functioning. Then they're going to go into the operation building. Not a potable water well. I'm sorry, that is a well, but it holds sewage. And once this,
Station for sewage.
sir?
It's a lift station for sewage.
Yes, but part of that lift station includes a well or a sump. Yes. I'd be more than happy to give you a tour of one of those. That's, yeah. This one's particularly deep, but yeah. And then they were inspecting the valves, emergency shutoff valves. And then they're going to inspect the generator. If power were to go off, that generator can run for about 24 hours with no problem. And that would give us plenty of time to either refuel it or make the repairs. But this is just you're going to see our crew out in these cold days going through the lift stations all the time.
Do we periodically exercise our generators?
Yes, absolutely. Once a year. Yeah.
Is that generator natural gas
I believe that one's diesel. Don't quote me now. I know for our water plant, those are natural gas. But I don't know. I will know as time goes on. But special events, we do subscribe to a MEUW who provides first aid training and safety inspections. And we did have one of their field reps come in and make sure everyone is certified to do CPR and some other emergency management procedures, along with the AED, how to operate that. And that was just one of our, we spent about 2 hours where I had all the crew come in, and we got everyone certified again. And there's Michelle. I'm learning how to do the thrusts. For project updates, the two main projects, Heritage Way Water Main Extension and the School Street project, they are out to bid. We are expecting to open bids next week, Wednesday, I believe. When that happens, I'll have more information to share. But that's where it is right now. From our discussion, our meeting this morning with Matt, it looks like we do have a number of interested contractors. So we are hoping for a healthy bidding field.
Wednesday's a big day because we open bids for both School Street and Heritage Way water main. Those are the two, I'm pretty sure they're the two largest capital projects. I know School Street is, I think Heritage is second. And just, you get the report of who pulls plan sets. And there are 10 prime bidders on the West School and 11 on Heritage. So Jason says the rule of thumb is always 50%. So if we get 5 bids, that's hopefully a
very good.
healthy bid environment.
Yeah.
But that concludes my report. Are there any questions?
Sewer treatment plant.
Yes, sir.
What capacity are we running at?
About 800,000 gallons a day?
Or is that like 50, 60, 80% capacity?
A little north of 80.
No.
Well, our capacity's just over 1 million. Capacity's just over 1 million gallons. I forget the exact number.
We're doing 800,000, 80%?
Roughly, yes.
I don't need an exact number. I was just
The challenge becomes in the spring. If we have heavy periods of rain, we exceed that.
infiltration.
Yep.
Yep.
How about our sludge storage? How is that going this winter? I know sometimes that becomes an issue.
It's no issue right now. We're not even a quarter full at the
Oh,
moment, so.
that's great.
Yeah. Yep.
Any other questions? Thanks for a great report. I appreciate the photos and the props also.
Okay, yes. Well, I enjoy doing that. And if there's ever any topic you would like more information on, I can put something together, so.
Thank you. Anything on the live lines from anybody? Oh, I looked, yeah, maybe I missed that. I thought I looked through it.
Page 11. He has been named our director.
Oh, they made it official in the live lines.
Yep.
That's good. All right, unless there's anything else, Molly's not here, so does someone want to make a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All right, we got a motion, a second to adjourn. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We stand adjourned. Thank you.